So I am here today, or we are here today. I'm here today with my soul sister, Lisa McCourt, because I've been mulling over this question and I kind of feel like you, Lisa, are the exact right person to have this conversation with. So I'm excited that we finally get to do it. Yay. And
Feel that way about so many of our conversations.
that's true. That's true. I like having so many conversations with you as well. But this one's big because, we've been teaching together a lot and thinking about this a lot. And it's not just you. I've had a lot of guests on the show teaching about joy, teaching about happiness. And one of the things that I've noticed, to my chagrin, is that sometimes joy is a hard sell. And I just don't understand why that should be, because it seems to me that everyone in life just wants to feel good. And yet it seems like people are so much more drawn to, how to be less overweight and how to deal with our toxic relationships. And we're drawn to the negative. We're drawn to how does life feel less bad? But as soon as I say, we say like, hey, you want to feel good? People are like, I don't know. So I wanted to put that out there. And I also want to see what you have to say about it.
That is a beautiful, really astute question. I have two threads I want to pull. One is, I feel like a lot of people, well, at least I'm going to speak for the people who show up at my Joy School, have reached a certain point. They've reached a point where they really believe that there's a way to have a sustainably joyful life. You're not going to want to invest your time, your energy, your money, anything into something that you don't believe in. And I think a lot of people do not actually believe that there are ways to elevate your, what we call the joy set point at Joy School. It's like, you're not going to go pay an astrologer to give you an astrological reading unless you believe in astrology. And people just aren't believing, I don't think, in this joy thing. And I think the freaking world's on fire, which you would think would mean that people would say, oh my gosh, more than ever, I need that solace. I need that inner peace. I need to find those tools to be joyful within. But instead, everybody's just putting out those external fires. It's like a whack-a-mole, I think. And they don't understand that everything that's being created outside of them is originating from this internal space. And that's the understanding that people have to reach and come to before they can prioritize growing joy in their lives, because they think, oh, wait, I can't go to Joy School because I have to get that promotion so that I can pay my bills. I have to make this external thing happen. I have to make that external thing happen. I have to figure out this relationship. All of it is backwards. We think that if we pay attention to these external things, we'll have the joy, and it's actually the other way around. We got to learn how to do the joy from the inside to go out there and affect all those external things.
Amen. Yes, 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 and more yes. Plus, I've always been told by my guides, and I think you get the same downloads, that what many of us are actually here to do, especially people that identify as light workers or, old souls or whatever you want to call yourselves that are drawn to this kind of work, what we're actually here to do is uplift the vibe of the planet by living our joy, right? So we're the ones who are supposed to show all the other people out there, hey, the light's here. You've been looking there at the mud for it, but you don't have to dig through the mud anymore, right? It's right there. You just need to follow that North Star that is your birthright towards feeling really good. And this brings me to another question that I hope it's okay to share, because you've said to me in the past, more off camera than on, but you've said to me in the past, people have to get to a certain level where they can benefit from Joy School. And you're discerning about who you invite to join the party, right? Because you've learned over doing this as long as you have that not everyone's ready. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. I'm not discerning for base level of Joy School, but that's really why there are two levels. I feel like for base level of Joy School, you're coming twice a month. You're hearing you and me teach these principles, teach joy. They benefit from your intuitive wisdom. On the other night, there's a guest teacher, and there's a lot of spot coaching and application to your personal life. And I feel like that's an appropriate dip your toes in for anybody who's interested in living more joyfully. If that resonates, if you catch a groove with that, then I do have to have an intake process where I can see if they're really a fit for the premier level of Joy School, which is Oasis, which is where we meet weekly in small groups, and you have to have a certain level of readiness and vulnerability and being able to take responsibility for yourself and your life, and knowing that you're going to have to bring some new habits to the table, bring some new beliefs that you're willing to shift. And if somebody does this intake and I can tell, poor sweet soul, they really just want me to fix it all for them without them doing anything, then I have lots of places to refer them. There are, a lot of friends who will start at that level with somebody. I don't do that work at this point in my career, but it's really about it's just a point in the journey, a point in the growth journey where you realize, wow, I really do have everything I need within me to turn this ship around. I just need a little guidance and support.
Right. So it's around letting go of this idea that life is happening to me and it's all out there and it's all bad, to understanding, no, I'm the driver of what's happening in my life. And I just need to learn how to drive. I need to learn how to use those tools. I need to learn how to tune back into myself, take control of my own well-being, and then my life will take care of itself.
Yeah, and not entirely by yourself, because you've got us to support you and guide you and love on you. And it's really at its most simple level, it's helping people to love themselves and nurture themselves into healing. Because yes, we can facilitate that for sure, but you have to be ready to offer yourself that, which not everybody is.
But I have a feeling that anyone who's watching this video right now, you very well may be, you may be. And before we do that, the other thing that I want to share, I think is, as a psychologist, as someone who's done this kind of work for a long time, what I understand too, and I think this is a societal thing more than a brain thing. We're often taught it's a brain thing and an evolutionary thing, but I think it's more how we've trained our brains. But there is a skew in our world, and a skew in the ego, and the skew in, the collective way that we look at things towards looking for negativity. There just is. We know this, it's talked about the negativity bias in the brain, right? And so the tools that Lisa teaches, what they do is they help you overcome that. They help you overcome that. And I like to think I'm teaching that too, but she really teaches it, more explicitly. But so a lot of it is just retraining, because since you came out of the womb, everyone's been telling you to go look at all the fires that are burning, because you got to figure out how to put those out, right? Or you have to anticipate what's going to catch fire next so you don't get burned. And what Lisa teaches is a whole nother way of doing things, right? Where we can start to not live in the negativity so much at all. We become more responsive, we become more creative, we become less reactive. But it's important to understand too, that all of us have been conditioned to experience the world in such a way that, just perpetuates this endless negative, and that we're biased towards it. And I think that's the other reason why joy can be a hard sell for people, is they don't, no one's told them that's where they're supposed to be looking.
So true. So true. We think if we take our eye off the ball, it disarms us. Then we're vulnerable. We have to keep that vigilant watch on every perceived threat out there so that we can safeguard ourselves from it getting us. And all we're doing is feeding energy, feeding life into these scary things that we would rather not be there. And whatever we feed our energy, our prana, our chi, our attention into is going to grow in our experience, either that thing or something that matches it vibrationally. We're just really calling it to magnify with all that attention on these things that we'd rather not be in our lives.
So let's talk about growing joy, because you and I both have some fun play dates coming up that we are inviting others to play with us too. Because sometimes we play alone, but sometimes we invite you guys to come along as well. And we have some really good ones coming up. So let's put that out there for people that might feel like, you know what? I think I actually do want to buy some joy. I do want to bring some of that more into my life. I do want to stop focusing on all the things that are uncomfortable. And I want to start understanding that happiness is not the absence of discomfort, right? It's not about, not feeling bad. It's actually about feeling good. So you got Joy School, which you already explained a little bit, and your Oasis group. And then we also have the First Monday Joy Connection, which was Lisa's amazing invention. Share about that really quick. You kind of touched on it.
Yeah, I glossed over it earlier. That's part of a base Joy School membership if you would want to do it that way. It's also available a la carte for $33 which is a bargain, bargain, bargain. It's 2 solid hours of teaching and spot coaching and intuition development and actual intuitive readings from Victoria. 2 hours of this for $33. If you want to get it for free, pre-order my book, Free Your Joy, and send the confirmation email to
That is an amazing book. Yes. So you can also read her book. I forgot to.
It is an amazing book. Just saying, you know, if you want to get it for free, that's your ticket in. The book costs like $13 or $17, depending if you like to read on Kindle. You want the book either way, but forward your confirmation email to admin@lisamccourt.com and you will be given a coupon code to register for First Monday Joy Connection for free. That happens the first Monday of every month.
Yes. And then in July, Lisa and I are flying. For me, it's up to Chicago. I always think of it down because I used to live in the Northeast for so long. We're flying over to Chicago to whatever.
We're meeting in the middle in Chicago.
We're meeting in this Midwestern spot, which is between our two places and a little north of each of us, to play together at the Infinity Foundation and talk about that.
It's just going to be a beautiful, beautiful 2-day experience. The people at Infinity are fantastic. They've hosted lots and lots of personal development and transformation superstars. And it'll be 2 full days of joy. I'll be teaching from my new book, The 12 Keys to Sustained Happiness is the subtitle of Free Your Joy. We're going to cover all of those keys in an abbreviated fashion over the 2 days. Victoria is going to additionally bring her insights into the teachings from the book and teach you all her tremendous tools for intuition development. I have been the recipient of her teachings for over a year now, quite a while now. I've never had the skyrocketing of my intuitive abilities with any other teacher prior to Victoria to this extent. So I know that she can really open that up for you in powerful ways. Even in a 2-day weekend, she's going to give you her best treasure trove of intuition development tools there. And she'll give you readings. She does that. She's so generous with personal readings. I don't even know if she can help it. She'll just be like looking at you and suddenly, oh, I have, can I share something with you? It's beautiful and will blow you away.
Oh, just made my day. And I think the readings too are helpful because Lisa puts together these great, soul searching in a good way exercises. And, when the guidance comes through, those things, they kind of dovetail, right? Like people will do their exploration, they'll do their stuff, and then the guides will say, and you might want to look at this too. So it works really nicely together. And I'm so excited. And then we got one more thing that's happening. To say about this Chicago class, if you're not in Chicago, you can fly in and play with us, but you don't have to. It's going to be online. And this is the part that always excites me. If you are in a helping or healing profession, and there are many of these covered, counseling, which is my licensure fun, is covered by this. And I think social workers, and I think physical therapists and occupational therapists and that kind of, and acupuncturist, if I haven't said that yet, you get 12 hours of continuing education if you take this class, and it's like a really reasonable price point. If anyone has ever tried to buy continuing education, it is very hard to get 12 hours of a continuing education at that price point. Plus you get to play with us. So it's a win-win and then more wins. So that is happening. Okay, we got one more thing to share before we wind it down. Lisa,
you said it quick, but I want to make sure they understand that it's also live streamed. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't have to come. You can watch the whole thing online and get the CEUs and have the tiny little price, all those things. Okay.
Yes. Okay. No, good that you clarified. And then the very last fun thing that's happening is happening in October. And that is happening back here in San Diego in my territory at Cactus Blossom Retreat. And Lisa and I will be teaching a 3-day workshop?
Yeah, I mean, if you count the Friday, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful 3-day workshop, an even deeper dive into the stuff that we're going to be hitting on in Chicago, and a really more, interactive and retreat-like experience, because Cactus Blossom is a gorgeous 4.5-acre property in the mountains. We have pools, we have hiking, we're going to have yoga, we're going to have sound healing, we're going to have so many fun interactive modalities. You can stay on site if you are really lucky and you sign up soon, because we have a limited number of beds, but it's a beautiful, comfortable, amazing I'm completely biased because it's my property, but it's just an amazing place. So we're gonna have all the info and the
Magical, absolutely
magical.
magical
Yeah,
property.
that's our tagline. I'll take
No,
that.
it really is.
And
It's
the,
just enchanted.
yeah, and the property takes care of itself. So you can stay on property if you like, or you can, if you're local to San Diego, or you want to grab a hotel or another Airbnb, you can also stay offsite and just join us for the festivities. But either way, so excited for that one. And
Didn't we decide to have sign-on bonuses for early
yeah.
registers? So you can
Okay.
get 6 months of base level Joy School membership just for free when you sign up for that retreat. And Victoria is going to give you
First 3 people, but just 3 people. I might extend this, but right now it's just the first 3 people to sign up, or the next 3 people, because we have a couple people signed up already. But for the month of, what are we in now? For the month of now until July, let's say that. I'm thinking on the fly. I'm offering a free intuitive reading bundled in with your retreat. So that's going to be an extra cost for people of about $205 or $275, depending on how much time you want. So it's a huge discount and a huge throw in for you all if you sign up now. But you have to sign up now and sign up soon, because at some point I'm going to get tired of offering that, and I'm going to be satisfied with our number of pre-signups, and then I'm going to take that one off the table. So but if you sign up and grab your bed right now, you get that. All right, cool. So that's all the fun stuff. Lisa's been a guest on my podcast twice. I've been a guest. Oh yeah, she has a whole podcast on, it's called Do Joy. So find her there. Y'all know I'm intuitive. Maybe you don't know, because I have no idea where we're putting this out. I have a podcast, Intuitive Connection. So you can find out more about joy and intuition and spirituality and all that good stuff there as well. But please come play with us. And please prioritize your joy, because I promise you it's what you're here for, and you deserve it.
so well said, baby.
All right. This was fun. Gotta go.
Love you.
Love you, Lisa, and love you all, and have a wonderful and joyful day. Namaste.
Namaste.